Hey everyone, just like to take a moment of your time to show you where I'm at with regards to my project. So what is it that I've set out to do? Through looking at excerpts from the Lost Fleet book series, I took specific descriptive text regarding 4 particular weapons. Through the use of these texts, I have designed and begun modelling what I believe to be my vision of the weapons. As you all know, consistency is the key to a great design, so I decided to think of the world in which these weapons would be used. As this silhouette sheet shows, the guns are comprised primitively out of beetle shapes and generic gun shapes respectively. Using the tools of Photoshops, I arbitrarily picked components and attached them, rescaled and skewed them together to something that was A, usable by humans, and B, carried influences of the bug-like planet in which some of the weaponry is discovered. After compiling several different silhouettes, I chose which ones I believe to be most successful in terms of readability, aesthetics, practicality and logistically. Now, as I had a fair idea of what I wanted to do with regards to components, etc., it made more sense to draw up technical blueprints of each weapon, showing annotations about certain key features and parts. On top of this, I then worked out which parts of the weapons would be key breakaway or rotation points, as showed by the glowing lines in this picture. Now, although the blueprint showed a fair amount of detail, from a modelling standpoint, even with a good understanding of my designs, it would be extremely difficult to see which components would be raised or built into the model, so to speak. So by using inner and drop shadow, I was able to create a rough design showing just how the composition of the model should be. So after a discussion with Alan, my first step to tackling these designs in 3D was to model components on planes, so to speak. As you can see, the back planes are one separate piece. The pieces on top are also separate, and so forth. This method, however, as you can see again, led to a very untidy back part of the models, so my next step was to clean this up. By trimming certain faces, we now have an almost 3D jigsaw puzzle where parts match up with all unneeded geometry being deleted, so everything almost slots into place. The next problem now, as you can see, is that the geometry is very untidy. This is the stage I'm up to now. This grape shot model has all geometry corrected on it, and I'll continue to do the same with other models. So where do I go from here? As this is only a block out, the contours and edges are all very uniform, not the way I want them to be. So after correcting geometry, it will be important to start beveling, sharpening and curving certain edges. Each piece needs to be designed fully in 3D space. Once the models have been created, I will then model the interior mechanisms and place them in their corresponding places. And once this is all complete, the final animation can be put together. So what is the final piece going to be? My job is that of an arms dealer, and I am creating a visual catalogue of new weapons for armies to buy. That is why it will be a very technical video showing the ins and outs and key features of each weapon. If you've ever seen the Terminator's HUD, or you've ever seen an inventory menu in an action game, you know the exact exaggerated style I'm trying to showcase and attempt to create here. So this is my work, and now you know my intentions. I hope I can impress you all when this piece is finished. Thanks very much.